Are you serious? Are you serious, folks? We have a very sad news. Monsoon rains, massive monsoon rains, apocalyptic, has really done a damage on India, Nepal, and Bangladesh. 88 people are dead due to apocalyptic landslides. 31 are missing. According to reports, 64 people died just in Nepal alone. 31 people still missing. Over 2,500 people rescued in Nepal and by the Nepal's army. Okay. Also in neighboring India, another 14 people have died on the northeastern portion of the country, which lies on the India-Nepal border. The death toll there is bound to increase. Without question, the death toll will rise in India. They've just recovered the first 14 bodies, according to a senior official in that area, that the floodwaters have started to retreat, but the damage has already been done from landslides, from apocalyptic monsoon rains. And we're just getting ready to have a blood moon. So on the eve of a blood moon, we got deadly monsoons, and recently there's just been some typhoons that have been hitting also out in Asia. A total of 19.6 million people across 12 districts have been affected by these monsoon flash flood rains, and 46,000 people have been shifted to temporary shelters in India. This is a national and state disaster. Relief teams are doing everything they can, but it is nearly impossible to deal with such magnitude of human suffering. In Bangladesh, which also borders India, 40,000 people in a rural low-lying area have been directly affected by the floods, according to Imur Rahman, the Bangladesh State Minister for Disaster Management and Relief. They are bracing for the worst yet to come. Many of India's rivers flow into Bangladesh, so the continuous rains and the floodwaters raging toward them is going to bring a catastrophic, cataclysmic result. The images on social media are the worst hit areas, including Nepal's mountainous valleys and low-lying regions on the southern border next to India. Roads are completely washed out. Cars have been submerged in the muddy water. Some residents appear trapped in their homes, standing on top of roofs, very shaky huts the way it is anyway, sheltering. Floodwaters are washing past their doorsteps, raging flash floods coming down from the mountains, and is creating chest-deep water and a scene out of the apocalypse. Already 16,000 households in Nepal have been displaced, according to the Ministry of Home Affairs, and rescue teams continue to evacuate the residents, pushing inflatable dinghies through the flooded streets, helping children and the elderly to try to get to safer areas. Folks, these monsoon rains began Thursday morning, and they have inundated the low-lying towns and villages, with tens of thousands of people evacuating after major rivers swell to their overflow to dangerous levels, according to the ministry there in Nepal. And they don't have the dams, they don't have the levee systems, they don't have the ability to manage the overflowing of floodwaters like we do in America or in European nations and what have you. This is a sad. I've been to India twice now, preaching revivals and crusades and conferences, and Lord willing, I'm going back again in 2020 to hold a crusade, this time in New Delhi in a stadium. We're going to try to rent a stadium that seats 10,000 and try to win as many of these people to Christ as we can and pray for the sick. And so we're going to need your prayers on this. But pray for the people of India. Sammy and his and the orphanage and our 60 or 51, 51 pastors that we have under. We're getting ready to have 62. We got 11 pastors getting ready to come in under Sammy's umbrella, which is underneath our umbrella. We're getting ready to take on 11 more churches there. And let me just say that none of those are affected by these monsoons. This is a different portion of India, so that's good news. That's good news. So pray for the people of India. This is certainly a very, very sad situation. There's a lot going on in the world, folks. We got more news to share with you. You don't want to miss today's live broadcast that starts at 12 noon Eastern. We're getting updates of more problems and situations. All of these are signs of the last days. And we have a blood moon over, it's a partial blood moon, but it's a partial blood moon. It will be over Jerusalem and the entire Holy Land tomorrow night at the midnight hour. So, and with the heavens shaking and the earth quaking and the floodwaters raging. And don't forget New Orleans and Louisiana, of course, with the Hurricane Barry that just came ashore and all the floodwaters that rushed down the Mississippi has created some extensive flooding down in the bayou as well. We'll get you a full up-to-date on that during our live broadcast that starts at 12 noon Eastern. It's going to be a powerful program today. You don't want to miss it, all right? I'll see you guys then. God bless all of you. Are you serious? I do have some coffee to drink now. What? But I still don't have a razor. That's coming. That's if Amazon, but did Amazon, it's supposed to be coming in the mail through Amazon. But did Amazon go on strike?